Wham! Talk 1600. You're catching the drift. Conservative talk. Intelligent conversations on local, state, and national issues with Gary Wellings, chief editor of the Current newspaper and Current Online. Join in the conversation at 734-822-1600. And now, your host, Gary Wellings.
And thanks for tuning in to Catch Our Drift. Joining me in studio, Ipsy Ed Bonderenka.
Good afternoon and happy Easter.
Yes, happy Easter. It's the Easter show. It's the Easter show with Ed.
Okay, I'm at a loss now.
I'm throwing you off.
Okay.
Well, thanks for tuning in. And if you haven't listened to The Drift before, what we do every Saturday is go over the news we put on thedailydrift.com, www.thedailydrift.com. It's
the news you need to know.
You're so good at that. I just love
Practice makes pretty good.
It makes perfect, right? Practice makes... No. I had a coach once who said to me, practice does not make perfect, Gary. Perfect practice makes perfect.
Well, that sounds like a conundrum right there. How
No,
do you get perfect practice if you don't
as
practice?
As a young kid, I said,
perfect?
yes, coach, whatever.
Yeah.
We went at it that way, right? But, well, if you missed the show live, you can catch it on talkamericaradio.us Saturday and Sunday evenings, and also on Spreaker, SoundCloud, YouTube, and archived at thedailydrift.com. We're also on terrestrial radio overnight down in DDQ Talk 92 in Valdosta, Georgia, WJC Talk 107.5 in Jasper, Florida, and WLBB News Talk 1330 FM 106.3 in Carrollton, Georgia, Sunday nights.
So, hi, guys. How's the weather down there?
Hey, Georgia. Hey, Florida. Yeah, good to be down there. So, anyways, I guess we should take care of a little business, right? It's Easter, and tomorrow, brunch. If you're looking to do brunch, Burroughs-Roadhouse has a great brunch. 810-227-6000. 810-227-6000. It is a great place to eat.
What
great
a nice
atmosphere.
environment that is.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? And so you can go to burroughs-roadhouse.com, or you can call them at 810-227-6000. And I highly recommend that you make reservations because they get busy. They really do.
Tell them we sent you. Tell them you saw it in the Current. You heard it on the Drift.
Yes, yeah.
Please.
You don't. That's right. So I didn't have a whole lot planned for today because I was hoping we were going to have John James on, right? And he put us off again. But that's all right. There's enough out there to talk about this week. Mm-hmm. And but I first kind of thought, you know what? We haven't really talked about you. Because, looking at your eyes get like saucers, right? No, I just want to say because a lot of people still, I got a phone call from somebody the other day asking about the newspaper. I'm like, listen, I don't own the paper anymore.
Oh, direct all complaints to Ed Bonderenka.
So for those of you who don't know, I sold the Current newspaper to Ed.
And his wife, Sherry.
And his wife, Sherry, last October. And you guys have been doing a spantaculous job ever since then.
Thank you. We've actually gotten a lot of compliments, email and mail, particularly this Easter front this morning. I got one that said somebody said, thank you for sharing the gospel on the front page of the Current.
No, it's a conservative newspaper.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been that way since day one. And I think maybe the best compliment is the fact that a lot of people don't know that we changed because you've kept that conservative bent and maybe even improved it a little bit.
Well, you're still the managing editor.
No, you're the managing editor. I'm the chief editor emeritus because I don't do anything anymore.
Yes.
I feel bad because I haven't really been as helpful the last couple of. I just got a lot going on in my life.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
It's been tough. So nice to see your advertisers digging in here. And speaking of digging, Dig It Services, Complete Mini Excavator, Skid Steer Services. Mike Kuzma, 248-789-7619. I'm just plugging away today.
Yeah, if you need it dug, have him dig it.
Yeah. So Current Online, COURANT online.com. That's the Current newspaper's online edition, which is
the paper you need to read.
Shameful plug.
Yep.
All right. So let's start with what's going on in California, right? They want to be the sanctuary state. They want to be the sanctuary cities. And so Becerra, the Attorney General out there, has been just whacking the Trump administration and making all kinds of, we're going to throw, then they step over the line and say, we're going to throw sheriffs in jail who work with the feds, right? And
see how that works.
You know what? You people are looking for your own civil war out there in California. Let me assure you, there's a lot of conservative people still in California, including Hispanics, because Hispanics,
those sheriffs that were popping up. Yeah,
I got to tell you, folks, people. You're talking to illegal immigrants, just came here, they're looking for whatever. Not all immigrants are that way. And Hispanic immigrants, legal anyway, and illegal, they're Catholic, right? Conservative when it comes to pro-life and all that kind of stuff. And once they get settled and get jobs and make productive, they slowly turn conservative.
Yep.
I mean, that's politically speaking, they do.
Well, as you get older, the saying, if you're young.
You get conservative. Look, a lot of people would probably look at my views from when I was a young man and go, wow, Gary was a liberal.
Same here.
And,
How's it go? I think Churchill said it. If you're young and a conservative, you don't have a heart. But if you're older and you're a liberal, you have no brains.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, and I think about it with these little kids, David Hogg, right, that are out there. Is it David Hogg? Hogg.
Yes, anyway, Hogg. I've heard it pronounced Hogg, but it's Hogg. It's Hogg.
Hogg. Hogwash.
Yes, hogwash,
my favorite
exactly.
term to use on Twitter.
Limelight Hogg.
But these young kids, here the libs, and this is how whacked out of their mind the liberals are. They're letting children who have no experience in the real world at all. And today's kids don't even work, right? Let's be honest. At 10, I was delivering papers with my brother, even before I was allowed to.
Cutting grass.
Cutting grass.
You can't get a kid to cut your grass now. He's too busy on his Xbox 360, whatever, PS2.
But the kids today do not have it. You're really an adult by the time you're 28 and nowadays. I mean, and I think there are some psychologists out there who are saying that. Kids don't really grow up until they're 26, 28.
Well, they don't get off of health care until they're 26. So, off their parents' health care.
And whose fault is that? Of course, it's ours. We're the ones. And I realize it. I spoil my son far more than I should. I don't hold him accountable enough. I'm going to try to rectify that situation this summer. But I'm the bad guy now doing it, right?
Look out, Zach.
Look out, Zach. Daddy coming for you. Yeah, you just have to do that, right? So it's amazing that the state of California can be as absolutely crazy as they have been. And, Derek, I want to go to track 2 at the bottom. Can we play that one? And so there was some breaking news yesterday, that all of a sudden Mr. A.G. Becerra out there we have to backtrack a little bit because the Orange County sheriff came out and said, here's the loophole. You don't want me releasing – because what she said was, I'm going to release – instead of releasing these criminals like you're forcing me to do, these illegal alien criminals, I'm going to tell the federal government, here's their release dates. Pick them up when they get out. And that way you can incarcerate them again or throw them out of the country. And state of California, AG said, we're going to put you in jail for doing that. She said the loophole is you can't discriminate. I'm going to start providing the release date of all criminals, whether they're illegal aliens or not.
I hadn't heard that. That's perfect.
So she's following the law and gave the finger right in the face of the AG. And now sheriffs across California are saying, we're doing it. And thank goodness some of the county commissioners out there are backing up their sheriffs, as they should.
Yep.
And saying, you know what, we're going to follow the law.
Ooh, sheriffs following the law.
Yes.
Novel concept.
You think? So, Derek, you got that track ready? Okay, so listen to this update on Mr. Becerra and what's going on in California.
In an apparent attempt to handle growing fallout, California is issuing new guidance for implementation of the state's controversial sanctuary law. But that's not stemming a growing revolt from local communities and law enforcement. California's Attorney General signed off on the new guidelines one day after Orange County voted to join the Trump administration's lawsuit against the state. And the Orange County Sheriff started posting the release dates of all of its inmates, because you can't just pick the ones who are here illegally, so he'll just release everybody's name. That seemed to fly in the face of the state law, which seeks to shield illegal immigrants from federal immigration enforcement, even after they are released from custody. The state's attorney general even suggested he might arrest the Orange County Sheriff, Sandra Hutchins. But then last night, a change of tone. The AG released a statement this way. The guidance we're issuing today simply gives our public safety authorities a clear sense of what the Values Act, which works in concert, not conflict, with federal law requires. That's not going far enough for the Orange County Sheriff's Office. They say they oppose this measure from the start, and that despite the new guidance, they still believe it is a dangerous law. Watch.
When this was presented, not just Orange County, but sheriffs up and down the state railed against this legislation. We got some bad language out of it, but it's still lipstick on a pig. It still prevents us from keeping the community safe. So we encouraged and, in fact, welcomed the lawsuit brought on by Jeff Sessions. We think that will settle it, and it will go to the Supreme Court, or hopefully overturned, and put us back in a position where we can hold criminals in our custody accountable for their crimes.
I bet the AG, Javier Becerra, didn't see this coming. You got law enforcement joining with the Trump administration against the sanctuary state.
Law and order president. All right. Law and order president. Hello. How is that surprising to anybody?
Nothing like forcing your allies into the enemy's corner. I mean, they're making Trump supporters out of these sheriffs who would probably rather have not.
Yeah. Crazy. Well, we're going to take a break, Derek, and when we come back, I've got to do some digging here. I just got a text from Congressman Tim Walberg, and I wanted to rectify something we talked about last week and update that. So we'll take a break, and I'll try and jump into the computer while we do it. And when we come back, we'll continue this discussion. So we'll see all of you on the other side.
Hello, Wham listeners. I'm Edwin Hoffman, host of Speaking of Art. Join me Saturdays at 3 p.m. We'll circumnavigate the world of art with lively interviews with renowned artists, collectors, dealers, museum directors and curators, writers, actors, musicians, and philanthropists. Close to home or far afield, we'll visit museums, galleries, and historic sites. We'll explore the lives of famous artists and their times, discuss current trends in art, architecture, design, and antiques collecting, as well as ways to grow and protect a collection. But the main component is you, and what you can take from the show to enhance the creativity of your life. Speaking of Art is one of the great conversations in your week. Lively and full of relevance. So nestle into an overstuffed chair and join our room full of connoisseurs every Saturday at 3 on Wham! Talk 1600. Speaking of art, it's about civilization, yours.
A&H Lawn Service in Saline serves all of southeast Michigan. Co-founders Tim and Brandon have been offering professional lawn maintenance since 1991. Landscape construction, lawn and landscape maintenance, irrigation systems, winterizing, and snow removal. Let A&H Lawn Service help your business with landscaping solutions for today and tomorrow. Tim and Brandon have the professional experience you can count on. Call them today at 734-429-5778. See how their business can help your business. Visit A&H Lawn Service online at ahlawncare.com. Better yet, call Tim and Brandon today at 734-429-5778. Find out how they can make your business look a whole lot better. That's A&H Lawn Service, ahlawncare.com.
Hi, I'm Tim Austin, the A in A&H Lawn Service. Brandon and I started our landscape business in 1991 and grown our business into a full-service landscape and landscape maintenance company. We would love to add your name to our list of happy customers.
If you're looking for an excavator, you need Brown's Commercial and Residential Excavating. Brown's Excavating does trench work and prefab or on-site poured light pole base installation. Brown's Excavating has the machinery to get your plumbing, sewer, and water jobs done right. With 33 years of experience, Brown's Excavating can cover all of your excavation needs. Basement, waterproofing, sloping, and grading too. Call 734-891-4614.
Dave Rowan here reminding you to join me for the coolest music to be had in America today. It's the Bone Conduction Music Show. Hey, my neighbor's dog told me to do this show, and I'd advise you to dial in. We play a lot of cool music that you just can't get anyplace else. Check out the wig-singeing rock, hip-shaking soul music, and the industrial strength rhythm and blues. It's the Bone Conduction Music Show.
Join Theron for the rockinest show on the radio. It's the Bone Conduction Music Show. Every Sunday night at 7 p.m. right here on Wham! Talk 1600.
Feel it's their appointed duty. They keep trying to tell me